Hello all my dear friends, once again I welcome you back to my YouTube channel Modern English with Khandu Dayal. Dear friends, if you are new to this channel, please like, share, comment and subscribe my YouTube channel to get more videos. Dear friends, we have started the lesson Voyaging Towards Excellent by Achyut Godbole. So far we have seen the two parts of the same lessons, and in which we have learnt more about the struggling life of the writer himself, right? And what sort of difficulties, problems he has faced in his life, and how does he overcome all the difficulties and problems we have seen, wherein he faced the problem of English, that he was not at all able to speak a good English, and that's why he started feeling and he started developing a kind of inferiority complex in him, and how he overcome the problems. That is what we have seen so far. So let's see what happened next. I came in contact with about 15 to 20 extremely brilliant students, researchers, professors from IIT, TIFR and BARC. They included top ranking students from IIT, visiting professors in American universities, and very renowned mathematician in the world, and so on. So in this way, a writer came in contact with different researchers and brilliant people from all across the world, wherein he started feeling good. I was instantaneously attracted to this group, and very quickly, suddenly he started attracting towards this group. This friendship had a lasting impact on my life, and that friendship was very good, very fruitful for him, that left a kind of lasting impact on the writer's life. Until that time, I used to consider myself somewhat intelligent. Before going to meet to those brilliant people, those brilliant researchers and visiting professors, the writer used to feel as if he is an intelligent. However, after I met my friends in our group, I came to know what the real brilliance meant, and I realized where I stood. But before going to meet those brilliant people, researchers and visiting professors, so writer himself used to feel that I am the most intelligent person in the world. But after meeting to them, he came to know that what is a real brilliance and what it means. I was actually also very lucky that I came in contact with great people on the global scale early in my life. And in this way, writers started feeling very enthusiastic and happy and lucky that he came in contact with those great people, those intelligent, smart, right, those people. And in this way, he started feeling a kind of goodness. Later in my life, when Mr. Narayan Murthy left Patni to start Infosys, I started heading Patni's software division, occupying the same chair. Now, there are certain great things started happening in the writer's life, as Mr. Narayan Murthy left Patni Computer to start the Infosys, the new company, right? And in this way, the writer started looking forward and occupying the same things, same position where Mr. Narayan Murthy was there. My head office was in the Cambridge, Massachusetts, United States of America, very near Boston, and his office was in Cambridge, Massachusetts, right, which is there in United States. It was in fact the adjacent building to MIT in America. So it was very near, it was very close to the MIT. I used to visit MIT during lunchtime to meet my friends, and as the MIT was very adjacent to the in his company, so he used to visit the MIT to meet his friends. There, no one could see a couple of Nobel laureates at the time at the dining table. If you walked for an hour from there, you could reach Harvard Square near Harvard University. Now everything was near to his office, like MIT and Harvard University and such things, that where you will be able to get in contact with the Nobel laureates. There are very noble people, they are living there. They are very smart, intelligent, and they have worked as if they are the brilliant people, smart people, and that is what the writer is here explaining about them. The writer says, if you are going to walk near about half an hour or just 20 to 50 minutes, so you will be able to meet those great peoples. He says, I used to visit both of these universities and could talk to a number of Nobel laureates. And that writer used to visit the universities so that he will be able to meet those laureates, those Nobel laureates, so that he will be able to get a kind of benefit from them, a kind of knowledge from them, and that's why he used to meet those Nobel laureates. During these years, I traveled a lot to United States, Europe, Japan and Australia, and could meet a number of great thinkers and management gurus such as Alvin Toffler, Peter Drucker, C.K. Prahlad, Tom Peters, or great technologists such as Vincent Shaw. So many people he came across. That is what his life changed a lot. I used to visit both of these universities and could talk to a number of Nobel laureates. And writer always used to visit these universities so that he will be able to get in contact with those Nobel laureates, so that he will get a kind of knowledge from them, and that's why he started continuously meeting to the universities and could talk to a number of Nobel laureates. During these years, I traveled to United States, Europe, Japan and Australia and could meet a number of great thinkers and management gurus such as Alvin Toffler, Peter Drucker, C.K. Prahlad, Tom Peters, or great technologists such as Vincent Cerf, who designed TCP/IP, which is the basic protocol of internet. All these discussions with these great broadened my horizon and my aims, and worldwide became global. And in this way, he started visiting those Nobel laureates, those great people, and that broadened his worldview, his aim, his everything, his view, his opinion. Everything had changed. His life had changed after meeting those great people. Because unless and until one meet to the great people, experienced people, he or she will not be able to develop or increase whatever he or she is doing. As the writer has met with all the great people, what has happened? These people's experience has changed a lot. The writer himself. All these discussions with these great broadened my horizon and aims, and worldview became global. It taught me humility and made me realize that I had to achieve a lot in life. That made me realize that I am nowhere, so I have to work a lot, I have to struggle a lot. So there is a lot of clashes in my life. So if at all I want to be a great people, if at all writer wants to be a good and great person in his life, what he wants to do, he has to face a lot of challenges and he has to do a lot of struggle in his life. And that's why after struggling a lot, he became the world's most famous person. The lesson in humility and hard work as well as passion for excellence was going to play a very important and vital role in my life. And writer is saying that again, what played an important role in his life, that was the passion for excellence, that he was very desirous, very passionate about his aim, his goal, and that made a lot of difference in his life, and that has played an important role in his life to be a successful person. Even we too can take an inspiration from the lives of those experienced people, those highly people, right? The life of these people have changed the writer himself. Coming back to my groups in IIT, my friends were not only more intelligent than me, but they were very well read. Now when it comes to his own life, in his own friends, that they were in IIT and his friends were not that much more brilliant or intelligent than the writer himself, but they were very well read, because the writer's friends were very well and good in the writings and in the readings as well, and that's why they were good. They had interest in all the subjects like science, technology, sociology, psychology, economics, philosophy, anthropology, archaeology, political science, etc. Means the writer's friends were very much interested, enthusiastic and wanted to learn something new from other subjects as well, like sociology, technology, economics, philosophy, anthropology. All sorts of subjects will have a different sorts of life and different sorts of knowledge. Our group was interested in all of these branches apart from all the fine arts such as music, literature and painting. Means writer is here explaining about the interest, right? Apart from fine arts, his friends were very much interested in the other disciplinary subject like philosophy, psychology, etc. Means they were very interested, they were very enthusiastic to get the knowledge apart from the fine arts such as music, literature, painting, etc. In short, our group was interested in anything under the sun. Means whatever is there in the world exists, which is considered as knowledge, that his friends, that writer's friends, were very enthusiastic to learn about such things. In short, our group was interested in almost anything under the sun and which concerned human life and experience. The writer's friends and his group was very enthusiastic and always started to learning new things which is related with the human life. Even I was immediately attracted to the group and developed immense and deep interest in all these branches of knowledge. Even the writer also developed immediately and attracted to this group and started developing a kind of interest in the all branches of knowledge. Means whatever existed in the world or considered as knowledgeable, the writer started taking interest in such things. None of these subjects were part of our curriculum at IIT, but again, I never studied for scoring marks in any examinations, and writer was of the opinion that even if the subjects are not of their syllabus, of their curriculum, they started learning things, they started gaining knowledge even if the subjects are not from their curriculum. That was the biggest plus point of the writer, that he was ready to learn and ready to take knowledge from any subject which is not considered of his syllabus or his curriculum apart from IIT. I never studied for scoring marks in any examinations. Here was a sea of knowledge in front of me which I thought was necessary to pass the examination of life. And whatever knowledge is important to pass the examination of life, that writer has learnt. It was far more important than just passing IIT examinations. That examination of life, if at all we want to pass, that we should have the knowledge of other subjects too. It is not just like passing the IIT examination is important, but if at all one want to pass the examination life, that he or she need to have the knowledge of all such subjects. I thought it was necessary to pass the examination of life, which was far more important than just passing IIT examinations. It is very difficult to become a master or an expert in all these subjects, but it was very important for me to understand at least the basic principles of most of these subjects. That whatever subjects and the areas and the source of knowledge that he has came across, that was very important for him to understand at least the basic principles of the subjects. That is what he strived to take knowledge of such subjects. Any of us could easily top the GRE examination and migrate to the United States. However, that thought never even touched our minds. That writer is of the opinion that it is very easy to pass GRE examination and to settle and to migrate to the United States, but that thought never entered in the writer's mind, and that he wants to live in India only. To understand the world and how it works, and serving India and her people was far more important to us. That the writer is of the opinion that he wants to live in India only and wants to work for India only. That he would have settled down in United States or any other country of the world, but he didn't do so, and he just wants to stay in the India only. Therefore, I plunged into all these branches of knowledge, and that's why he strived a lot to take the knowledge of all these subjects. It was a period of renaissance for me, and that was the rebirth, or what we can say, revival of learning. for the writer himself. We used to discuss about relativity, Big Bang, aesthetics, literature, philosophy, economics, and many other subjects every day until late into the nights. And writer had a habit of learning different things, discussing different things, talking about different things, such as relativity, Big Bang, aesthetics, literature, philosophy, etc. That writer has a habit of discussing different subjects so that he will be able to get knowledge, more knowledge from the other subjects. We used to discuss about relativity, Big Bang, aesthetics, literature, philosophy, economics, and many other subjects every day until late night. Now, the writer was of the opinion that he used to think and discuss about various subjects such as relativity, Big Bang theory, then aesthetics, literature, etc. That broadened his life, that broadened his thinking power, and he started developing his knowledge. He started gaining different knowledge. My other cupboard was full of books on a variety of topics. That writer had a habit of reading different books on different topics. It is only because of the human curiosity that we have been able to make such a great progress in science and technology and social sciences as well. Writer here is of the opinion that it is just because of the human curiosity that we people have been able to make great progress and great inventions in science and technology, because human being is very excited and curious about the inventions, the different inventions that we have taken, and even the social sciences as well. I have a number of limitations, but one thing I am proud of is the curiosity, humility, and humanity that is concern for our fellow human beings. That the writer feels that he has the limitations, but he never feels such things, but he's proud of himself, that he has learned the values of human life, that is curiosity, humility, and humanity. I learned these values during my IIT days, and he has learned all these values when he was in IIT. I also became a firm believer in rationalism and equality for all the castes, creeds, races, genders, and religions. Apart from IIT or engineer, the writer has also become the firm believer in rationalism. Now, what is rationalism? It means the practice of basing opinions on and actions on reasons and knowledge, rather than on religious beliefs or emotional responses. That whatever is true based on reason or knowledge, the actions, right? That is what rationalism is. And he became a firm believer in rationalism and equality. I started treating nature as a god and humanity as a religion. That he is much concerned about the nature, wherein he started treating nature as a god and humanity as a religion. It is the only thing that the writer has done in his life, the great thing in his life he has done, that humanity is the only religion that he is concerned of. I passed from IIT, joined a non-violent social movement for tribals with Sarvodaya, participated in a peaceful satyagraha, went to jail for 10 days, came back to Mumbai, was jobless for a while, worked for rupees 125 month to supervise workers at the night shift in a mechanical workshop, changed 13 houses in Mumbai, and finally settled on information technology as my career. Now, this is what the struggling life that writer has. That when he passed from IIT, then he joined a non-violent movement, that is social movement, means that shows that writer was more concerned about the humanity as well, the social life as well, that he has participated in the social activities and went for jail, and he was jobless, and then started doing the job, 125 rupees per month, that supervises on the workers. It means he has experienced each and every sort of life, each and every steps of life. That is what his life was. So friends, this was about the third part of the lesson. I hope that you would have understood. If you understood, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe my YouTube channel. Thank you so much.